Hey everybody, it's Jess here with Blush Jess. Thank you so much for watching. This is part 2 of our Q&A. I'm kind of afraid this is going to be like a part 10 series here, but we're answering your questions. So thank you for submitting them. We're going to jump right in, answer these as quickly as we can. We have a bunch of questions to get through. So let's get started.
So picking up where we left off, the next question is, what's your go-to date without the kids? And what would be your favorite date night?
We don't have dates without the kids. Basically, the only time we want to go on a date is if one of our family members is here to watch our kids, or if we're visiting family, we'll go on a date. Basically, pretty much we just go to like dinner and a movie, because I never get to like sit down and eat dinner. Like that's like a huge treat, like without like cutting the spoon and stuff. More than likely, though, what we do is we have at-home date night. So we'll put the kids to bed. I'll either cook something, or we'll get takeout, or we're in a movie.
Or binge watch Netflix or Hulu or something.
Or we'll do videos. Or we'll open up a Yum box, or just something like that where you can spend time together, but we're not going out because we can't. The season of life we're in right now, we can't unless family's here.
Right.
Did I answer that?
I think you did pretty good. And then next one from Susie Homemaker. Hey, Susie, shout out. How long have you had your channel, Jessica, and what made you want to start it?
I don't think anyone's ever asked me this, so that's a good question. Basically, when I was recovering from having Lucy, I was up in the middle of the night. I'm breastfeeding her and stuff. Obviously, I was the one that got up with her because she was completely breastfed, and I would get up and watch YouTube videos because it was comforting to me to watch other families, and it was really late at night, and so it just helped to be able to just have something on in the background. So I started watching family vloggers around the time Lucy was born. And I really thought that was such a great thing to be able to document our life, or they were documenting their life and be able to look back on their memories with their kids. And so originally I thought, well, I want to do that. I want to have a family vlog. I want to show our family and show our kids and have those memories documented. And how cool would it be if we had that? And I kind of thought about it for a while, and it was just kind of a busy time of our life, and I just didn't feel like I knew what I was doing with vlogging and just trying to start a family vlog. But around the same time, maybe like a year later, Lucy was about a year old, I would say, I was trying to lose some of the baby weight and just some of the weight I had gained over the last 10 years or so. And I just thought, well, I can document myself losing weight. And that kind of was a gradual way into the YouTube world, because I had never edited. I didn't know anything about filming. Like my first videos, it's just, the quality's awful. I didn't know anything about uploading to YouTube and all that. So it kind of gave me a way in. I met amazing friends. I consider close personal friends through YouTube that I would have never met before. And it has evolved to having David on more and sharing more of my life than just weight loss, sharing about Nate, sharing about our family, doing Vlogmas, and it's just evolved into, we're not really family vloggers. We don't do like daily videos, but
it's the story of us.
Yeah, and I love being able to look back on my videos a year ago and seeing the kids and what we were doing, and it's just a lot of fun. Plus, it's something that I can do for me, that I'm doing anyway, so I might as well share with other people, connect with other people, and I love YouTube. I love being able to create videos.
And as her biggest fan and supporter, she's become very good at it. And I love you so much, and I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
She's making all of her dreams come true with every video she does, and she did not know she had this in her. I always knew.
Well, we're going to say, because I used to do the video announcements for church. That's really how it started. And she still does voiceovers for the ones we do now. So what we would do is instead of just getting up there and somebody was saying in the announcements, we would film people saying announcements and then just play the video. And I would say the first time he asked me to do it, I was like, I don't know. But I did one, and it was like something in me clicked. I was like, I love doing this. I love doing it. And everybody would come up to me and say, I love your videos. And I'm like,
to the point, even our pastor would say, this is a very important announcement. I want to make sure it's done with clarity and everybody understands it. Please have Jessica do it.
I just loved it, and it came really natural to me. And so I was like, I have this talent. How can I use it? And YouTube kind of came around the same time.
So great job, honey.
Thanks.
Shout out to Happy Happenings.
Hi.
What's up? If you could eat one food the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh, man.
Why does it have to be one?
I was going to say, I don't know if this counts as one food, but if I could have one thing pretty much my whole life, it would be Mexican food. I love Mexican food, specifically like nachos or
I was going to say, within that, what's one part of Mexican food.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you pretty much nachos, tacos, burritos, they're all kind of the same. They just have a different wrapper.
And that is our go-to around here, is usually we always can do that within several minutes.
Just a few minutes. Yeah. And I love Mexican food, so it would definitely be like nachos. Or something like that.
Mine's close. Y'all know I love Italian food. I love it when she makes lasagna, stuffed shells, all that good stuff. But honestly, and I've said this. I said this in a husband tag video we did. I could eat a good burger every day.
Yeah,
I really could.
Say that. That's a good one.
And it's and when I'm talking a good burger, I'm talking like Five Guys, or we have a cheeseburger Bobby's here that's really good.
My favorite burger is like Fuddruckers.
Fuddruckers is great. Culver's has a good burger. So those kind of places where like they really, it's not, you can tell they're not frozen. They're pounded and made right there as you walk in. I could eat one of those every day. I love hamburgers.
Yeah, I think I could do that too.
Next question. Do you guys plan on having more kids?
Oh, we get asked this question in our real life a lot. I always said I wanted more than 2 kids. I always said 3 or 4 kids is what I wanted because I am from a family with 3 kids.
And I grew up with a family with 2, so I said 2 or 3, and I would be pretty good with that.
And then we had kids, and we realized, oh wow, it's hard. And then Nate got diagnosed with autism, and then I had a very difficult pregnancy with Lucy to the point where we didn't know she was going to make it. And maybe I need to do a video on that, actually.
And we miscarried before we had Nate.
Yeah. So now I'm not saying no, not ever we want any more kids, but I'm leaning more towards no because our kids, Lucy, hopefully is going to be starting preschool soon. Nate's in school. I kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel as far as like, waking up in the middle of the night when they're babies and all that. So to start over would be hard. So
the door is slowly closing on that. However, we both know, and we know people, we've heard stories of people that God says, nope, you're not done, and God gives you a baby. And if God wants to do that, we welcome it because we trust Him.
Right now, though, we're in a small apartment. We have our hands full. Yeah. So we're saying not right now, at least.
Next question. Jess, what's your favorite thing to cook?
Oh, wow. I love cooking for my family. My favorite would be like dinner. I mean, this isn't like just one thing. My favorite is probably still like dinners. Like when I make, I don't know. I have like taco soup or chili or chicken pot pie, like anything that's like a hearty homey kind of comfort food. Mashed potatoes. I just made those the other day. They were so good. But slowly creeping up there, I am loving making homemade breads.
Oh, yes.
The homemade, what did I do? Like the homemade rolls. Mm-hmm. I really like the feeling of like kneading the dough and mixing and stuff from scratch, and I'm really loving that more. As I used to kind of do like put together dinners that were already kind of pre-done. You buy like ingredients that are kind of already done, you just put them all together. Now I'm trying to learn more about cooking from scratch, like taking flour and sugar and making dough. So I love cooking though. I don't know if I could say one thing I love to cook. I love cooking a lot of different things.
Shout out to Lockie Reed. Hey, Lockie. Or Ride. R-E-I-D.
I hope we're saying your name right.
I know. Other than intuitive eating, what has been your most practical and best diet plan that helped you lose weight? Can I start this one?
Yes.
A while back, I did low carb, and I lost a lot of weight quickly, but it wasn't very sustainable and hard to stay with. Counting calories helped me a little bit.
You weren't able to stay on
But I wasn't able to stay with that very much either. Because, well, it's not even that. It's my lifestyle. The way I do things and the way I work is not as easy to do that. So intuitive eating has really been the best lifestyle for me to do things gradually. So
I have never lost successfully a whole lot of weight. I mean, I've lost since I started all these different diet plans, maybe close to 20 pounds, right at 20 pounds. And that mostly counting calories is how I got that off. And now I'm doing intuitive eating. Before that, I will say my most successful was when I was a teenager. I did a shake diet, and I will not say it was the best way to keep it off because it wasn't. But as far as I lost very quickly, basically me and my mom did it together, which is another huge reason why I think it worked.
You gotta have an accountability partner.
We did it together. I was like a senior in high school and I gained a lot of weight from health issues and stuff. And so we did this diet. We did shakes and like protein bars. It was all like supervised by a doctor. We would go in once a week and they would weigh us and counsel us and stuff. And I lost I lost a lot of weight. Like I lost like 50 pounds fairly quickly, and but it wasn't sustainable. It was very, as soon as I went off that diet, it slowly started coming back on and quickly started coming back on. But I did lose it quickly.
All right, next question, Jessica. This one's for you. You've mentioned your nursing degree in the past. Do you think you'll ever return to being a nurse or maybe even work another kind of job when both kids are in school?
I do have a nursing degree, and I've only worked a couple of different nursing jobs. Being a nurse was never a huge passion of mine. It was kind of like a thing. I'm going to college. I need something to major in, and I just thought, well, if I'm a nurse and a mom, maybe it'd be flexible. There's lots of nursing jobs out there. I could make a little bit of money if I had to work.
And nursing works well with ministry too.
And it was never, I can't wait to be a nurse. Right. And my heart was always to be a stay-at-home mom, always. But you can't go to college and major in that.
If only you could.
That would be awesome.
If only you could.
So when I graduated, I worked as a flu shot nurse. So I did that for a while. And then after that, I worked in a children's hospital just for a short time in the OR. And then we moved to Texas and then there I did some more flu shots. And really that's my nursing history right there. It's very short. I would say less than a year of experience. And then I had a hard time in Texas finding a job because it was right in the middle of a nursing shortage. Or not a nursing job shortage. There was more nurses than jobs actually, if you can believe that. And so by the time the job started coming available, I was pregnant and was staying home with Nate. So would I ever want to do it in the future? Maybe, but it's not a huge passion of mine. I love being at home. I know my kids are getting bigger and they're going to be in school, but with Nate's special needs, I would be able to do some things, but he wouldn't be able to go to after school care. He wouldn't be able to, if he was sick, I would have to be home with him. I wouldn't be able to like take him or we don't have family in the area. So I still want to be home and be able to go on field trips and do the mom thing and do the car line, if at all possible. And that's why I love YouTube. That can work a little bit part-time and help a little bit. And it's also a huge passion of mine, something I care about way more. I think nursing is great. And I have a lot of friends who are nurses and they're awesome, but it's not something that just totally excites me. It was kind of a fallback plan, but I still have it if I ever need it, and you never know. Okay, let's do one more question.
One more question. Next question is from Patty Jones. Hey, Patty. How do you guys manage your budget so well?
Okay. I feel like we don't probably do it so well. Basically, we just are not big spenders. I will say that. We are very lucky to both be married to each other. Normally you have one person in a marriage who likes to spend and one person likes to save, or both likes to spend. Neither one of us are big spenders. So really
I'm more of an impulse spender. I will acknowledge that.
Maybe, but
not as bad as a lot of people
not like
are.
I'm going to go buy $200.
I'm not going to drop $400 on something.
He's talking about like if he goes to the grocery store, he might pick up a $10 shirt. Okay, that's not what I'm talking about. Like
people that will break your budget and break your bank account if they.
We are not big into clothes. The only area of our budget that we were really trying to tighten up on is our food budget.
Is eating out.
That's really the only area that I see. Okay, money is going out faster than we're bringing it in. So the groceries, the eating out more than the groceries though. The eating out is huge.
Which is tough on us because our life is unpredictable a lot. And so a lot of times I have to stay later or go in, or she and I will be out and she'll be out shopping and I'll be at working. And
I've talked about too, a lot of times we use eating out as just an activity that we can all go do together just to get out of the house.
It breaks our routine. It's a chance for us to get out of the house, or me get out of the office and go eat lunch and go walk around and do something.
Yeah. So I'm not saying that I want to cut that out, but we are trying to limit it.
Right.
How we do it is we need to get better at this, but when we were the most successful is we set a limit, whatever it is, a week or whatever, and just stick to that. And I think more than anything to say like, okay, we're going to eat out once this week, something like that. And we also, when we eat out, we hardly ever go to places where we have to tip and, that kind of a bill will be $40, $45 if we take our family. And as the kids get older, that's just going to be more expensive.
Right.
So we do the fast casual kind of places.
Places where Lucy can eat for free because she's young.
Yeah, CC's where you don't tip, but it's not fast food. It's kind of in between. We do that a lot. We try to drink water, and honestly, that is our budget. Like, we don't have trouble with clothes. Like, I don't even know the last time we bought clothes. Right. I don't have trouble. Any other area, like, we have old cars, we have old phones. We don't care about that kind of stuff. So budget, I'm not the greatest at saying what you should do to budget. I would say getting a plan and knowing what you're spending would be the best start. Like, before you actually set a budget, look back on last month and say, like, how much did we spend at the grocery store last month? Right. Oh, wow, we spent $600. Okay, let's try. Don't say, okay, we spent $600. Let's try for $200, you know?
Yeah, so you get it down to $5.
Yeah. And then just slowly work your way down. And the same thing with eating out. If you spent $500 last month, don't think you're going to go down to zero. You know, like, gradually reduce. This video is getting long too.
I know, but also another trick is the same thing like with our phones. Hey, you got an upgrade coming, or you have the ability to get a new phone or whatever. Wait a little bit. You know, wait until you have savings money. Don't buy the brand clothing in the brand store. Go to Ross. Go to TJ Maxx.
We don't spend money. But eating out is our budget that we kind of go over sometimes. But we don't buy new stuff. No. Like, we will wear our clothes.
Half my closet is Walmart, and I don't care.
We don't care. So, I mean, if that's important to you, then budget that. But we don't even have to have a budget because we just don't spend it. But you know, we don't have the nicest, like I said, both of our cars are paid off. Praise the Lord. We're just going to keep on rolling with them till they fall apart.
Yeah, and we want to buy cars cash, and we want to put down payments on a new house someday, and we want everything we want to do. We want to do it within our means, within our budget, because we hate that 4-letter word debt. We hate it. It's a burden. It stresses you. It lays on you. Yeah. Your kids deal with it because they're dealing with what you're going through. And
we try to instill in our kids, and they're still young, but we try to instill in them, like, okay, you know, we don't have the money for whatever, you know.
So we say no.
Yeah. So, you know, and they have more than enough.
They're fine.
They have more than enough based on what they get.
They got more toys than they can play with in a day.
From family and friends. Yes. Like, I don't stress out, okay, at Christmas we only spent $50 on our kids. We spent more than that. But I'm just saying, we probably could even reduce that because they don't need anything. If we didn't buy them anything for Christmas, they would have still more than enough. So just learning that you don't need anything.
Separate your needs from your wants and be honest about them.
Like, we cut out cable a while ago and we thought, I don't know, I have been fine without it. Do we occasionally miss it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it worth adding it for another $100 a month?
No.
No. So, you know, just learn what you can cut.
Right.
And, you know, the more you do it, now I don't even think about not having cable, you know? So this video is getting long, so we're going to do part 3 coming up. Our battery light is flashing. So, thank y'all so much for all these questions.
Keep sending them. We'll do as many as y'all want to ask.
Yes, and we'll just keep
within reason.
Yeah, I was gonna say. But thank y'all so much. We love doing these. It's a fun time for us. So if you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up.
Leave a comment down below.
Please subscribe if you're new.
We love you guys.
See you guys later for part 3. Bye.
Took some time, but we pointed out that tomorrow isn't here right now, baby. An absent mind came to roam around.